regale you guys with lots of funny japes and goofs is none other than Mr. David Bowers.
I didn't need that anyway. Hey everybody, how's Paducah doing? Everybody drunk enough for these to be funny yet? Yeah, okay. Well, I am 54 years old, so I can see by the crowd, yeah, I'm old as fuck. So just bear with me here. First of all, I want to say that I am a white heterosexual male. I sincerely apologize. My wife, I have a lot of relationship problems. My first marriage, my wife came to me and she said, honey, if I die before you do, are you going to get married again? I took her in my arms, I held her, I whispered in her, I said, no, honey, I'm just going to live with him. My wife today, she told me to fix the faucet, the leaking faucet. I said, I don't know how to fix a leaking faucet. She's a very cheerful encourager. She says, but you can fix anything that you set your mind to. You can do anything you set your mind to. And I said, fine. I set my mind, I'm going to go take a nap. Hey, 54 years old, that's, believe me, when you hit that, you're going to get there. Now, on the way here, first of all, I thought that it was going to be a little bit late. It turns out I signed up first on the list, but I was running late because my GPS put me into an infinite loop. It took me down the road and said, turn around and then make a U-turn where possible. Nothing. Okay, come on. And I drove past the tire shop down the road. It said they said help wanted sign in the window, so I called 911 for them. At my age, you wind up in the hospital waiting rooms, not because I'm sick, because other people, our family members, are sick, and I guess it's what you're supposed to do if you're a family member. You're supposed to hang out in waiting rooms, look at magazines from like the year I was born. Anyway, this one, and this is a true story, it had one of those $30 IKEA television cabinets there. You know, it's about that tall, about that wide. And on the side of it said, in memory of Dr. Smith. Now this thing costs $30 fucking. And I'm thinking, if all you can round up for a memorial to me is $30, just don't bother. Don't embarrass me like that. Yeah, the other day I was driving out of town, saw a guy walking on the interstate. I normally don't pick up hitchhikers, but this guy, weather was bad, so I stopped. I picked him up. He hops in, he says, thanks for the ride. Then he says, how do you know I'm not a serial killer? I said, dude, what's the odds of 2 serial killers being in the same car? Back in the 70s, have you ever heard the name of John Holmes? Yeah, some famous porn star, famous, big, well-hung women. Yeah, anyway. So it's estimated that John Holmes has slept with, and this is true, 14,000 women. Now, if you take me and John Holmes, I average out to where I have slept with 7,000 women. Hey, all right. Whenever you do get older, you have to go in and you have to get things like prostate exams. Now, earlier I mentioned that I'm heterosexual, so I'm not exactly familiar with the concept of things going in my ass. I'm pretty familiar with things coming out of my ass, but that's what happens when you get older too. But anyway, so I'm there, and now, you have to imagine, I'm 270 pounds, so this is not attractive to have whenever your pants are down around your ankles. So you're bent over the table, and the doctor's sticking something up there, and I say, Jesus Christ, Doc, you got something sharp. Did you leave your ring on? He said, that's my watch. This is also a true story. I went to a strip club. I don't recall if I was married at the time. But I did go to a strip club. This stripper comes up and she whispers, what's the word? Sultry like, whatever. Anyway, she whispers in my ear, she says, for $50, I'll do anything you want. I said, you're shit. For $50, you'll do anything I want? She said, that's right. I'll do anything you want. I said, paint my house. That's a true story, too. She had a comeback. Apparently, she'd heard that before because what she said next was totally inappropriate. Anyway, as I mentioned, I weigh 270 pounds. You see all these skinny, fit people running and running and running and running and running. They run for miles to get exercise. I get the same amount of exercise standing up and walking to the fridge. Here's an old one. I don't know if you've heard this one, but this one is, I have figured out a way to avoid parking tickets. I park anywhere I want to. I never get a parking ticket. It's because I've removed my windshield wipers. Yeah, I went into the bank the other day. I was going to apply for a loan that you don't have to repay. Have you heard about these loans you don't have to repay? I went up to the teller and I said, I want to apply for a defaulted loan. And I also took some calculus in college. Anybody take calculus? That's hard. That's hard. Then I figured it out. Calculus became easy whenever I realized I don't need to learn calculus. I need to know a friend who knows how to do calculus. I tell you what, when you get older, you start thinking about, oh, what are you going to do if the tornadoes come? Oh, that's one thing I forgot. I didn't even write that one down, but it's true. I did spend $5,000 on a storm shelter. It's in my garage, pretty, weighs like a ton, it's bolted to the concrete. There is nothing getting in there. Spent $5,000 for this. Now you spend $5,000 for anything, you kind of want to try it out. So I'm waiting for a tornado to come through the neighborhood. I'll be like all excited, jumping up and down. Yahoo, you're dead, I'm not. In the storm shelter, I have a survival kit. It's a nice survival kit. Every once in a while I buy something I put in it. And let me tell you, if I were to stop living in my house and start living out of the survival kit, my quality of life would be vastly improved. So, that's all I got for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Oh man, I'm short, but this is just insulting. Goodness. All right, we're gonna bring it back up to normal people height. Okay. Yeah. Give it up one more time for David Bowers, guys. Seriously. He's only done this a couple times now here, but he's absolutely killing it. He is doing really awesome. But guys, he said something about he mentioned something about being able to set your mind to whatever you want and you just go out and accomplish it. And that kind of thing has always bothered me. I really like one phrase that I hate is go big or go home. Like,